Yo, what is going on, Gundam fans? I hope you guys had a great Christmas. 12/24, we received some Season 2 Mobius December patch notes. There's a lot of crazy nerfs and buffs. More nerfs than buffs, if anything. But we will be making balanced changes to each unit based on our data and your feedback. So we'll just dive into the Winter Campaign 2022. Over the holidays, there will be in-game events that provide 2023 CP and exclusive customized items. Pretty cool, I guess. Exo Limit event. So they're actually going to have an event period, which is pretty cool. I think this is probably their first event, like, challenge that they're having since the game launch, and it's awesome because you're going to be able to get capital points, which is what people have been crying for and saying that it's not fair that you have to pay to get suits. So finally people are going to be heard, and they're going to get an event to where they can actually earn capital points. So that's huge, actually. They actually, oh my god, this is the first time I'm looking at this. These are actually some pretty cool skins. Holy, the Mihiro and the Zaku, I'm really digging it. Platinum Armor Zaku 2 Melee, Exosuit Mihiro, that looks really good. You can pull one item per Exo Limit Supply Pod, special login bonus, weekly shop. A new shop will be added that sells items for a limited time. Wow, okay, they're getting some really cool stuff now in the game, thank god. They have a bunch of RGB, Neon Light, Ashmar, and Tornado skins. That's pretty cool. They have a bunch of new like portraits, titles, emblems, sprays, etc. New MVP intro for Ashmar and Method. That's nice. And for the EC pods, Method's gold skin and Zazabi gold skin. Fresh. What else we got here? Other supply pod renewal. Okay, that's nice. Let's go next. Season 2 Mobius unit and matchmaking adjustments. There we go. So this is where we got a bunch of crazy buffs and nerfs happening to a bunch of different units. So the first one who's actually getting nerfed big time is Gundam. OG Gundam RX-78. His shield is going from 1000 all the way down to 400, which I think is quite unlucky. That's a big nerf to his shield. But I guess it makes Gundam weaker in 1v1 battles, right? And then his Hyper Hammer. They're increasing the cooldown from 9 seconds to 11. Pretty nutty. Dom Trooper. Oh man, Dom Trooper, my beloved. 1200 HP down to 1100 HP. So it's going to be a little more difficult to survive and sustain with that minus 100 HP. But Dom Trooper is still going to be a really strong mobile suit. So don't think of this as a complete nerf. He's still going to be really good with his rockets, laser, mines. He's got a whole kit. He'll be fine. Now the one who's actually going to be experiencing a big nerf to his kit is Exia. He's going to have 95 damage instead of 115 damage per dagger, and then his headshot multiplier goes from 2 times to 1.7 times. So Exia is gonna have to rely on poking from range a little bit more than he already does, and he's gonna need to rely on landing a full combo to really take people down. So Exia is gonna be in a pretty weird spot, but he'll still be picked in the meta for sure, especially for competitive, because Nano Exia Trans Am is something that's amazing as an ult combo. Aside from his drop off and actual beam dagger damage, I think Exia is still going to be picked quite often. But this is a pretty significant nerf to this whole kit. I mean, this is like his main weapon, right? Moving on, we have Mihiro. Now Mihiro, I'm a little disappointed with all the nerfs they did to him. I think the maximum damage from 270 to 220 was a bit much, and his minimum damage from 100 to 80 was also a bit much. His minimum damage should have stayed the same at 100, and his maximum damage should have dropped to 250. I think 220 is too much. And then the detonation range, I think it's actually fair, 140. I think that's probably going to be a sweet spot. Because with the detonation range, sometimes the grenade wouldn't even be on the actual character and it'll still go off. So this was pretty broken for his main gun, but I think his damage needs to be tweaked. I'm pretty sure they're going to buff it in the future. I wouldn't doubt it. Then his Rendo grenade, his ultimate. This has a drop off in damage, which I think is fair, mainly because of how many shots come out. I think it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, he has 6 shots that come out of 1. He gets about 5 or 6 shots in total, and The reason why I think this is fair is because his detonation range from enemy went from 20 all the way up to 140. So this is going to make his ultimate so much stronger in terms of actually landing shots. Because one Mahiro old problem was that it was very difficult to land the pellets because sometimes it will go past them but it wouldn't detonate because the detonation range is so low. So the ultimate, even though the actual damage got nerfed, the detonation range should help land even more damage than before, depending. And then, like I said, the main grenade, this was a big nerf. It's unlucky. And moving on, new Gundam. Damage during deployment of the fin funnel barrier has been made equal to its normal state. So, I mean, all this really is that the fin funnel barrier is just basically normal damage like before for the funnels. So the funnels are going to hurt a little bit more, but new Gundam I think is going to need a little more tweaking before we really see them in a sweet spot. Other than that, yeah, this is everything for the Season 2 unit and matchmaking patch notes. There's, like I said, big takeaway from this is that Exia is getting a big nerf, Gundam is getting a significant nerf on his shield, and Mahiro is getting a significant nerf on his damage, as you can see right here. I do want to see another new Gundam buff, but definitely we're going to have to see what his beam rifle is doing with this little tweak right here. I'm pretty sure nothing's going to really change from that. On a side note, apparently adjustment of matchmaking logic for ranked matches will be made in order to reduce queue times and make it easier to find matches. So hopefully it doesn't take like 20 minutes to find a match once you get to that higher elo. But yeah, other than that, this is going to be Season 2 patch notes, and Evicta signing off. You guys take care and peace.